bro.
Himbo reminds me of hippo.
Okay,
which is not what we're going for.
That's not the look I'm trying to achieve.
Great color, though. You love your neutrals.
I do love my neutrals.
Hey everyone.
Hi guys.
Welcome back to another episode of 30 Kind of Flirty with your two favorite flirties, Brittany and Joey.
Hello. What is up?
Joey's looking at me smiling.
Because you're so beautiful.
Oh, you stop. This is kind of a different episode because we figured we should introduce ourselves a little bit to you guys.
A couple episodes in, why not?
Let you know who you've been listening to the last, I guess, by the time this one goes up, month.
Yeah, almost a month.
Oh, our first month.
Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah, we're going to do a little all about us kind of episode.
So tune off now if you don't give a rat's ass.
And we lose all followers.
Yeah, just how we met and who we are.
Okay, so do you want to talk about how we met?
Well, I feel like we didn't know who each other were.
So, okay, first of all, why don't we start off with, we will tell the story about how we met, but first impressions. What our first impressions were of each other.
Oh, God. You have to be nice to me, though.
I'm always nice.
Okay, you go first. Your first impression of me.
So, when I first met Brittany, she had very dark brown hair. Usually put in like a little ponytail. And she always wore these variety of colors in sweaters, Patagonia sweaters, and jeans, and what's the word? The boots?
Bloodstones? Uggs?
Yes, Bloodstones. Anyway, so my first impressions of Brittany was that she was not
Please answer faster.
Not a girly girl. She was like just a
woodsy lumberjack.
Just a plain Jane kind of girl.
Now, keep in mind, Joe and I both work. We work together in a technical environment.
Yes, this is at work. Yes.
In a technical environment. But yeah, this was at work.
Yeah. So I just kind of, she was like quiet, the quiet.
Was I quiet?
Yes. Quiet, reserved, kind of stuck to herself. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think I was a bitch?
No, not at all.
No.
Opposite of.
Bubbly.
Actually. No, not bubbly either.
Okay. Well.
just plain Jane. Didn't really think much about you.
Just flatline. Okay.
So now let's turn these the tables.
Yours is
turned.
good though. So on my first day of work, this tall, dark, handsome man comes and answers the security door, and there's Joe. And honestly, my first impression was, I thought you were good looking. I thought you were...
Okay, come through.
I thought you were, nice. Didn't know your age. Wasn't really thinking that we'd be the same age. Because a little backstory, when I first started working where I work now, I was concerned about the age group of people. I was leaving my old work, and all the girls were young. We hung out together, and I was devastated, being like, I'm going to work with a bunch of oldos. And then enter this tall glass of water. So Joey is a very, very neutral color combo, little cardigans, and I think pretty quiet too, like pretty profesh. And that was it. That we didn't really talk. That was in November. And we didn't really interact until May? The
spring, yeah.
That was it. And then we, I was going to say, and then we interacted, but that sounds
okay, then.
It's not what you guys think.
It's really not.
No, one day we were all in a little lunchroom around the corner, and I think I was already in there. And did you join us, or did I join?
This was a group of us that always hung out together.
Yeah,
and
I weaseled my way in.
But one of the girls that hung out with us brought you in.
She did. Took me under her wing.
And
And what was the first thing I said to you, Joe?
The first thing, we were talking about YouTube and what we liked on YouTube, and Brittany just said, yeah, I've been on the wig train lately.
Wig, W-I-G.
Meaning she watched people try on wigs.
And that was it. Then our friendship blossomed and we were besties. It just
blossomed from there. It really did.
And we but did a couple trips, like, road trips. And then as our friendship kind of... I was going to say unraveled, but that's not what I mean. Blossomed. Then our true colors came out and our true self. And now I'm ditzy and blonde and girly, and you are the
Ditzy
same.
and blonde as well.
And then
we did talk about this before, where through high school, university, what have you, Brittany and I were both very much into,
oh my God,
I don't want to say like superficial things,
100%.
but like clothes and looking good and hairstyles and
tan skin, blonde hair. Yeah.
Yes, all of it. And then
as you get older,
when we met, we had both been in parts of our lives where we just kind of got to that, I guess. Like, we just
I think it's a combination of growing up, or like you get into relationships, you get comfortable,
certain things kind of let go or what have you. And then about a year into our friendship, we just started, the bimbo started to come back
and
out.
don't get me wrong, the Patagonia's still there from
Still
time
there.
to time.
She's still there.
But yeah,
I still sport a mean cardigan.
You know, we just blossomed together, and now we are our true bimbo selves.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to say that, bimbo? Is that a nice thing to say?
Yeah, if you're talking about yourself.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with it.
Our bimbo
I like,
selves.
for me, I like bimbro.
Oh,
I know himbo is a
bimbo.
thing. I don't like himbo.
No,
I like the bimbo.
Himbo reminds me of hippo.
Okay,
which is not what we're going for.
That's not the look I'm trying to achieve.
Great color though. You love your
know.
neutrals.
I do love my neutrals.
So that's how Joe and I met, and that, I guess, is that.
Yeah, like we've
great
been,
podcast. Great podcast
We've
episode.
basically been close acquaintances ever since.
Yeah, close acquaintances. We are besties, bezies, as they say in the UK.
Bosom buddies.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
So yeah, I'm trying to think what else is there to that story, but that's it.
Yeah,
We've never fought.
No.
In case you're wondering, because of all of our witty banter back and forth,
No,
we've never fought. We've had sleepovers.
Yep.
We've typical best friend things.
Yeah. We go for a lot of drives.
We're on a health and wellness journey right now together.
Although we're known to eat a mean thing of nuggies.
We love chicken nuggies, honestly. We just your typical flirties. Mm-hmm. Say if you're in the tri-state area, feel free to look us up.
I mean, we're not there, but
we're just chill. I think overall.
We're chill.
He still calls me out on my Patagonia sweaters, and I still call him out on his cardigans. My mom dresses, yeah. Mm-hmm. But some things never change, and you need friends in your life that are going to call you out when you look like a potato sack.
Here's a question. We're both obsessed with the show Friends.
Yes.
Which friend do you think I am?
Well, that's a good question. Oh, Joey.
I'm
and
Joey?
not because your name is Joey. Oh. Just because you're a little airy. Oh, but now I'm thinking maybe Rachel too.
Yeah.
Like I say airy, like sometimes, like for instance, like Joey was just sitting here in front of me and we were having dinner together.
Okay.
Yeah. And his microphone was like off to the side. Uh-huh. And I'm like, Joe, grab the mic. Like, I just want to, and he's like reaching for my mic. I'm like, no, your mic, Joey, your mic. And he's like, what? Huh? So I feel like that's kind of a Joey thing to do on Friends. But then also like just your mannerisms and stuff are very much Rachel.
Okay.
I know who you're going to say that I'm like. Well, who did you think you were like?
I would say a mix between Rachel and Phoebe.
Yeah, now I'm thinking of the airiness. That could be Phoebe too.
But it's funny because like in high school and stuff, a lot of people thought I reminded them of Ross, like my mannerisms a little bit.
But Joey's very good looking, and I do think you're good looking.
He is good looking. You are 100% Monica.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that. Yeah.
Like, just neat freak.
Yeah.
Very particular.
Yes,
which I am too, but
yeah. No, I for sure would agree with that. Yeah. I think that I give off those mannerisms for sure.
Yeah.
That's so funny. That's a good question.
I just thought
we do. We both like Friends, and that actually brings us to a little Q&A about Joe and Britt. I wish I could put in I'm going to put in a little sound here.
That's not the sound I was thinking of. But sure.
All right. 15 questions because we didn't want to eat up all the time here.
We're just going to bounce around some questions, just some
to get to know us
random
better.
Trivia type questions.
You know who we are inside and out. Wink.
Okay.
All right. So, am I going to ask you the questions?
We can both take turns asking and then both answer them.
Sure. I love that. Okay, you go first.
Oh, okay. Brittany.
Yeah?
What is your favorite season?
Oh, that's easy. I like summer. I love summer. And that's because I enjoy, after you just called me out of my Patagonia and my Blundstones, I enjoy kayaking and camping and being outside. And you can't do that in any other season but summer.
You can't be outside in any other season?
Not camping and kayaking.
True.
I mean, well, you can. There's winter. I mean, let's get into that.
No,
let's unpack that, shall we? No, obviously you can do those things in a more comfortable environment in the summer. And I just love the summer. Everyone's in a good mood. You got tan skin, the beach, cold drinks. What's not to love? Cottages.
Yeah,
you can go on vacation because it's like safe to go on the roads. Who doesn't love summer? Hold that thought. Joe, what's your favorite season?
My favorite season is, and all the basics get into formation. We're talking about fall.
Yes.
Also known as autumn.
Pumpkin spice latte
Pumpkin
season.
spice latte season. Listen,
Yes,
I love
here we go.
fall.
Yeah.
Waking up, the air is crisp and cool. You throw on your flannel, you throw on your cardigan, you get all cozied up in a sweater. You go out, you get yourself a pumpkin spice latte, then you head to the trail. The leaves are all beautiful and
He's
colored.
painting you a picture. And I will back him up on this.
It's the best season.
Most people will book summer holidays, time off in the summer. No, not Joey. Joey books time off in the fall.
I take 1.5 to 2 weeks off every October, and I just do a little staycation for me. I do all the fall things I love. Listen, I have a list of fall movies I watch every fall. I got all my fall candles stocked up.
Yeah.
Right?
He's
I
not
got my
kidding.
fall playlist.
Yeah.
I book myself an Airbnb for a weekend. I just go by myself and just enjoy my time.
Love that.
I love it.
There you go.
And it's sad because it is a very fleeting month of
Ooh,
October. Right? The
fleeting.
season is very fleeting.
Yes.
It's mostly just October. As soon
It
as
is.
November hits,
November
it's pretty
1st,
much
what goes up?
Christmas time.
Christmas.
Right? And I love September to December is my favorite time of year. October being my favorite month.
Well,
For sure.
okay. So I guess my question to ask you now.
Sure.
What's your favorite genre of music?
A
So hard.
genre
We
of
could be here all
music.
night, you guys.
Okay, listen. I am a big music fan. I read a lot of music album reviews. I watch a lot of album reactions.
He
I
teaches me
just
so
love
much.
it all. Reddit, I'm all up in there. My favorite kind of music, and again, very basic, but I like the mainstream top 40 pop. I like the main pop girlies. We know that Ariana is my favorite.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yeah. Do you want me to talk about her for a bit?
No, I'm good. Thank
Okay.
you, though.
She is my favorite. I just love the mainstream pop. And then I also do listen to some R&B, some trap and hip hop stuff. And of course, I like other kinds of music too, but definitely pop would be my main
Yeah.
go-to.
I love that.
What about you?
So I listen to the opposite. And this is where Joey and I probably get along so well, is I listen to like indie. So like of Monsters and Men or Low Roar or probably bands you've never heard of.
Yep.
Yeah, I would say indie. And then obviously kind of a branch off that would be like Joey was helping me kind of understand what I listen to. I'm thinking it's like ambient. So like
Yeah.
Emancipator I really like, or not lyrical stuff, I guess instrumental stuff.
Instrumental, yeah.
Is my two
Which
main...
I do like that kind of stuff because
Yeah.
I find it very calming.
Yes.
To kind
Oh,
of
for
throw
sure.
on, like if you're reading or
Oh,
even
yeah.
going for a walk or something,
Yeah.
just kind of putting that kind of
Yeah, like
music
I don't
on.
like when I'm going for my runs and stuff. I don't like run to
No,
run
you want
to ambient
upbeat
music.
stuff. Unless it's a beat, like E EDM.
But see, then that's that fine line is like EDM versus that like chill
yeah, I
wave.
guess
I guess
EDM is
more like low
different.
tempo, down
Yeah,
tempo,
lo-fi.
Lo-fi.
Yeah.
I really like. But yeah, I definitely 100% indie music, and that's kind of we'll get into it more. But like that's why I like Ellie. Ellie started as indie.
who?
Ellie Goulding.
Goulding.
Ellie Goulding, who
Yeah.
I love. She started as indie.
And it's funny because I like Ellie, but I like a lot of her mainstream
yeah.
pop stuff, like Delirium, right? Like,
And like when Joe and I are like bopping in the car and like doing our drives and like we'll listen to everything, mostly mainstream. Because I mean, I'm definitely more
that's the kind of
mainstream.
stuff it's nice to bop to.
Yeah, but we'll listen to country. We'll listen to kind of all kinds of stuff. But generally speaking, those are our favorite genres.
And one of
I'd
our
say.
go-tos is I Want to Dance with Somebody, Whitney
I would
Houston.
love that by Whitney Houston or Mariah Carey. We love Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah. Okay.
This is my favorite question. Well, one of them. What's your biggest turn on in a man, physical or non-physical?
Okay. So, Non-physical would be, I like a guy that just has his shit together.
Yeah.
Has a good career, a good head on his shoulders, is responsible with the money, all that kind of stuff.
Show me the money, honey.
I like all that covered, right? And I like someone who is family oriented. Because I'm very close to my family. I visit my family as often as I can. That kind of thing is important to me as well.
Yeah.
Physically.
Oh, here we go. We can be here all night.
I like your classic hot guy. I like a jock. I like
that
biceps
is a broad.
and the muscles. I'm all about it.
Yeah.
But I also like a nice smile. I think that's the first thing I will notice by someone is their smile.
Okay. What about like type of clothing? What's the biggest type of clothing that would turn you on?
I mean, I like the activewear jock stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to say lumberjack, but just like a plaid button shirt,
man's
and a pair
man.
of jeans. Yeah, that's my
like that rough like.
If any of you are listening out there, this boy
and you
is
own
single.
some plaid. They just come out of the woodwork.
I have some plaid you can borrow.
Ooh, okay. Morning after.
What about you, Britt? Okay.
Physical. So physical trait is for sure hair. I thought long about this. Is like, what is it? Because a smile isn't really, I don't see that first. It's like your hair. If you have good hair, I'm in. Then obviously after that, you have to be like a nice person.
Once we got through the hair test.
But yeah, I would say non-physical would just be like, be a nice person. Like just be nice. And you think that that's such a basic thing. It's not. Like it's hard to find nice people out there. So just be nice, be kind, family oriented, obviously, but above everything else, be nice. So, and then like piece of clothing, you know what I'm going to say.
Hat on backwards.
3 words.
We both love a man with a hat on backwards.
Oh, like I can't. We got to move on because.
Can I just say real quick?
Yeah.
In the gym one time, there was a hot guy working out on his arms.
Yeah.
And he had his hat on like the regular way.
Yeah.
And like in between sets, he just quickly flipped it and then just fucking went to work. I could have fell off that fucking treadmill. Oh my God.
There's something to be said. Like you could be the worst person if you have your hat on backwards. Like let's talk.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, we've got to move on from this. Yeah, we can talk.
Let's talk.
Next one, we had favorite movie.
Favorite movie.
What's your favorite movie?
So I have a couple. So quickly, like I said before, I got my movies that I watch in the fall. So one of my favorites is You've Got Mail. It's that classic rom-com, Meg Ryan, Tom Hanks. Yeah. Predominantly set in the fall, right? Lots of leaves, lots of trees, lots of pumpkins. She owns a cozy little bookstore. Yeah. It's a great movie. And
now you don't need to watch it.
And I watch it a couple times every fall. Yeah. Also, When Harry Met Sally is another just honorable mention. That? Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal.
Right.
There's a really nice scene where they're walking in a park and it's fall and it's really pretty. Another favorite of mine is Stepmom, Susan Sarandon and Julia Roberts. Very sad movie, of course, but it's one of my favorites. Again, it's a nice fall movie. It's mostly set September to December, that kind of time. It's a tearjerker, though, so if you're going to watch it, make sure you get lots of tissues on hand. And I got to say The Little Mermaid. I mean, listen, that is a classic Joe favorite since I was...
You love your Ariel.
I love my Ariel. I love the whole under the water moments.
Flounder, Sebastian, the whole gang.
It's all good. It's all great. Those would be my favorites.
Love that for you.
Thank you. What about you?
I have a couple as well. Love Actually is one of my all-time favorites. I can actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I have another one. But Love Actually for sure. It's complicated.
Oh, yes.
I love Alec Baldwin. I think he is just the best thing ever. Same with Hugh Grant in Love Actually. Obviously, WALL-E is my all-time favorite movie. Those of you who haven't seen it, it's an underrated Disney movie about saving the planet. But then as I was just looking at Joe now, Sex and the City, the movie. I've seen that movie probably.
Looking at me made you think about Sex and the City. That is such a compliment.
You know what I mean? How could I forget Sex and the City? I love my girls. So that's definitely up there for me. So,
Makes sense. Good.
Dream Vacation.
Dream Vacation has always been the UK, England, Scotland, Ireland. If you've listened to our traveling episode last week, that's always been my favorite. I've always been very much into the British scene, that's where I would love to go.
You do like your cuppas.
See all the history.
Yeah, the double-decker buses.
All the hotties.
Double-deckers.
Yeah, that's where I'd be.
I said I would say Italy. And the reason I say that is because I recently watched Searching for Italy. It was on CNN. It was like a mini series with starring Stanley Tucci, who we all love. For those of you who don't know, he was in
Devil Wears Prada.
Devil Wears Prada with Emily Blunt too.
Yes.
And we love him.
Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, we love him. He is so wonderful. And
he was also in Made in Manhattan. Oh my God, I forgot the J-Lo movies.
Okay.
Made in Manhattan.
Anyways, Italy.
The Wedding
Searching
Planner.
for Italy.
The Backup Plan. Okay.
And he like goes to right now in the miniseries 6 different locations in Italy, and it just makes you fall in love. The landscape and the food and the wine.
That is a
and
place
the
I would like to
cheese
go to.
Just the tomatoes. Like, I didn't realize like how intense a tomato could be. What would you bring to a potluck? I thought this was a fun one.
What would I bring to a potluck? Okay, so every potluck
Backstory.
I've ever been to, I've always brought store-bought. I know people are shivering, but store-bought rolls because. First of all, you can't go wrong with a roll.
No.
Everyone eats those
It's a staple.
up. It's a staple.
Yeah.
But also, I have anxiety about people eating the food I make. I don't know. I've always been like that where I'm making something and it makes me, I don't like it. So I like potlucks, but I'm always going to be the one that's going to bring your bottles of pop. I'm going to bring your rolls.
But you need that stuff, and no one ever signs up for it.
Paper plates or whatever you need.
Yeah.
I'll bring that.
Yeah. I love it. Remember we used to do that at work? We used to do potlucks.
Yes.
And it was like people never signed up for the plates and the napkins.
If you've ever had a roll, it came from Joeigh.
There it is, folks.
Oh. What would you bring, Britt?
I said something impressive. So hear me out, though.
Okay.
Hear me out.
Opposite of me.
Hear me out. I don't cook. I'll try to cook. Last year, I did a big like prime rib roast here at my house. I've done roasts in the past. I've done big ticket items here. I don't enjoy it. I will be there to do the dishes all day long, but cooking itself, I'm just not very good. I don't have the passion behind it.
It's stressful too.
But I do enjoy baking.
Yeah.
And you have tried my goods before, my baked goods.
I tried her goodies.
And I think I'm okay. I enjoy it. And what did you just eat earlier? You ate a homemade pretzel, fresh out of the oven.
It wasn't fresh out of the oven. It was made yesterday. It was cold and soggy and salty. But yeah, it was good. I ate it.
I have issues with the soggy part. but yeah, I would say something impressive. I do like to bake, and I do I don't necessarily eat my baking, so I would take that opportunity to kind of, show off a little. Number 7.
You gonna ask it?
Oh,
You've
sure,
been asking them all this whole time. She just took right over.
Oh, this was a good one. What is a fad or trend that you wish would make a comeback?
Okay, so one of the ones I thought of was, remember the early 2010s? Okay.
I'm familiar.
You had upbeat.
I knew you were going to say that.
Dance music
Jason,
on the radio.
Jason
Derulo. Yeah,
Luca
your Lady
Heights.
Gagas, your Katy Perry's, your Rihanna's, your
Yeah.
Keshas. And it was all just upbeat, carefree party music. We'll be young forever. We'll dance till we're numb. Well, all that.
Till the world ends.
Lyrics, till the world ends, right?
Yeah.
All that kind of music. Do I necessarily want it to be like that? Maybe not. But we went through this whole period of like mid-tempo.
Pitbull.
Trappy, vibey music.
305.
I'm ready for some upbeat stuff now. And we got some of it there, but I mean, I want more.
No.
But
agree.
also, another thing I was going to say, I was debating on saying this because I'm not 100% sure, but I want to say corduroy pants.
They're back.
Okay, I know, but I'm happy that they're coming back.
One. Yeah.
Maybe because they've always were like a nice fall staple.
They are.
Nice pair of
I just
corduroy
bought
pants.
a corduroy skirt.
So I'm just, I'm not gonna run out and get them yet because I don't know if it's gonna be.
Well, I'll let you know.
but yeah,
I love that.
Comes back.
I forgot about corduroy, and then I did see it when I was online
it's
shopping.
Very cozy.
Like,
very cozy.
Oh yeah, I agree with you.
What about you?
I said the blackberry.
Okay.
That's right, folks.
Not sure if anyone agrees with you.
Listen, hear me out. I have some pointers. So the indicator light, the trackball, the full keyboard, BBM. Anybody with me? BlackBerry Messenger. It's all so good. It's all so good. I had the curve. I had the flip. I had the pearl. I was all about the BlackBerry.
But here's the thing, Britt. You can always just. Can you get them anymore?
No, you can't.
Oh, they're done. Eh?
But one time I was in university and I was on my way to class. Dropped my BlackBerry on the ground, slid off my textbook. Didn't the fucking little nav ball pop out and go bouncing down the hallway? So, and Now, if you drop a phone, it's like, okay, your screen might crack, but like you can't use the BlackBerry without that little ball.
You're screwed.
Like, I missed class. I had 3 of my friends down, like trying to like, and of course the you know what I'm talking about in school. The floor is like that marbly black and gray kind of color.
Yes.
Good luck finding a teeny tiny ball. So that was the one down thing I had. You know, my down vote for BlackBerry.
Well, there's always a con somewhere.
It was so good. So BlackBerry, bring back BlackBerry. Hashtag free BlackBerry.
Hashtag free BlackBerry.
Oh. Next we had, this was a good one too. What's your worst fear?
Yeah, my worst fear, I mean, heights. I'm terrified of heights. I'm only terrified of heights though if I can fall. So if I'm in an airplane, that doesn't bother me.
Right.
Or even being in the CN Tower, like walking on that glass ceiling or floor.
Yep.
I guess it's both.
You wouldn't walk on a ceiling, but I know what
I can
you
walk. Oh yeah. So you're walking on the floor, right? And I can do that all live long day. Don't bother me at all. But if I'm like outside at a height,
like on a cliff or something.
Well, that, but also on a ladder.
Yeah.
Like I used to work at a, like a retail store and climbing up ladders and stuff.
It freaked you right out.
Freak me out. Like I just don't like heights.
I don't mind heights. So would you go on a roller coaster?
I don't love them.
No.
I have been on them. I will go on them, but I don't love them.
No.
And also I have a thing with eyeballs.
Ooh.
Like just not even like, not so much touching eyeballs, but just like eyeballs themselves. Like
if you're just like holding an eyeball type thing.
And who holds an eyeball?
How do you mean?
Well, okay, here's this kid. We're not going to pop our eyes out, but that's my story.
Oh,
so
God,
when I was
God.
younger,
Yeah.
I was put to bed, going to sleep.
As you do.
And I snuck out and I snuck down the stairs and there was like a peek through where you could look into the living room from the stairs. And Mom was watching Guinness World Records or something and a lady was on there who could pop her eyes out.
And that's
what I saw. And ever since then,
I've
just been freaked out about it. When someone bulges those eyes out, I know. I can't do it.
Yeah, I said drowning. Or being locked in somewhere and like water's rising. So obviously that tragedy that happened in Louisiana, hurricane that came through there, Ida. Lots of people were trapped in their homes with water rising. That's awful. That would be awful. I can't imagine being trapped somewhere and then water rising. So I would say...
Yeah, I think any kind of situation where you're fucked.
Yeah.
So on an airplane that's going down.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, there's nothing you can do. It's out of your control.
Or I think of, we're coming up to the anniversary of 9/11, and when the planes hit, all the people that were above the crash site, just hoping that they could get out.
Yeah.
It just...
So anything like that. Yeah. Anything like that. This one was an interesting one. When was your first heartbreak?
You go first this time.
Heartbreakers got the best of me. Is that how it goes?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Mariah Carey.
My first true love. I don't want to say his name.
You don't have
but
to.
that was He Shall Remain Nameless. I was 23 and it was the worst.
Worst heartbreak. That's all you have to say.
I didn't really give much. I guess I just said I had one.
Yeah, but I mean, that's...
Yeah,
that's
I
can't... For my first real heartbreak, we're gonna travel in time a bit to... I get choked up thinking about it. May 31st, 1998.
This is gonna be some sort of like NSYNC or something, isn't it?
No. Jerry Halliwell, the Ginger Spice.
I knew this was gonna be something like
announced that she was leaving the Spice Girls. And listen, we all knew something was up. She missed some appearances with them. She was kind of vanished. No one knew what was going on. We knew she wasn't happy, and she announced that she was leaving, and my world just crumbled. Not,
You know what I'm thinking about right now? Okay, this is how different Joey and I are, but how the same we are. Listen to this. So this actually came up not that long ago. Joey...
Well, listen. Whenever someone asks me, when was your heartbreak, I always say when Ginger Spice left the Spice Girls.
So Joey is talking about the Spice Girls. I had told Joey, I don't know if you remember this, about a month or two ago, that my love, the love of my life, Christian Horner, who is the team principal for Red Bull Racing, which is a Formula One team, who is married to Jerry. And Joey looks at me, he's like, No. Jerry's married to Christian. As in, like, I would be on that side and you would be on the Spice Girl side. Joey absolutely knew that Jerry had a husband somewhere named Christian.
I knew he was the racing guy.
Yeah, and I kind of knew that this woman existed but I didn't know it was the Jerry.
But if you saw Jerry now, you would not even know. And she looks so different.
She's so gorgeous. My God, she's gorgeous.
She's like a suburban mom. Like, she just wears a lot of neutrals. And
that's Joey and I in a nutshell.
But
I would be on the racing side and you would be on the Spice Girl side. I mean, what do you want from us?
But yeah, that was my heartbreak.
Oh, I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Death. But hey, we're fine because she came back and she did the tour with them and stuff.
She did. I love them. I love Christian and Jerry. If you're listening to this, we love you.
We do love you. Ugh. Girl power, yo.
It's funny. I call Christian Horner Horny Spice.
Okay.
He's hot.
He is a good looking man.
Which brings me to the next one, which is who's your celebrity crush?
Celebrity crush. Listen, I already said I like the jocks. I like the quote unquote hot guys. So give me all the Chris's.
The Chris's?
Give me your Chris Evans, your Chris Hemsworth, your Chris Pratts.
I get them all mixed up.
They're just
Was Chris Pratt married
hot.
to
Anna Faris?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
He got hot.
Now he's married to a celebrity's daughter, isn't he?
Schwarzenegger?
Yeah.
Yes.
A celebrity's daughter. So specific. Okay, all the Chris's.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Your typical jockey
celebrity crush.
Jockey Joes.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Love that. That's my type.
And you?
Well, I said Daniel Ricciardo.
Back to racing.
Danny Rick, Formula One driver for McLaren Racing. There's some hotties in racing. They're young. Like, Danny's a little bit older than I am. But, like, my God. I'm very serious about my men. Joey. Okay, so everybody go grab a snack, grab a drink, because the next question are what are your top favorite artists? So we could be here a while.
Oh my gosh.
You got the floor, Joe.
Okay. Number 1, Miss Ponytail herself.
Okay.
Ariana Grande.
Yes.
I mean, I don't even need to.
You don't.
She
doesn't need an introduction.
She's just my favorite.
Yes.
She's my queen.
Yeah.
Love her to death. Everything she does, can do no wrong.
No, of course
She's
not.
My favorite. I also love Katy Perry. She's one of my favorite pop stars. Right. I go to her a lot when I just want that fun, carefree, bubblegum, upbeat pop. That's what she's good at. That I listen to her a lot in the summer. Those
she has a lot of fun
vibes.
songs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Teenage Dream, a whole fucking moment. Yeah. Right. And then a little bit of curveball for you. And many people might not even know who this is, but I'm going to say Jordan Davis.
Okay.
Who is, I guess, also a celebrity crush, but he is my man. He is a country singer. He's got that full beard. He wears those flannels and jeans. He's just a country boy.
Through and through.
And I love all of his music. I just love him to death. And so those would be my top 3. But can I also say...
Yep. Honorable mention.
Honorable mention to someone who's up and coming, and that's Ava Max.
Yeah, you do love her,
A lot of people don't give her a lot of credit, but listen, while everyone was doing slow-mo shit,
she was doing 2010.
She was giving us bops, upbeat music.
Yep.
She has a new song coming out soon. It'll be out by the time this is out, so I'll be jiving to that, I'm sure.
Yep.
So honorable mention, Ava Max. Okay, here you go.
Okay. Here you go. You got the floor. I just said Dermot Kennedy. If you don't know who that is, go look him up.
Can we talk about you buying the tickets?
Yeah, okay. So I founded him. I came across him in 2015. So he was on my playlist, like, run those random Spotify, and then I became attached, okay? Like, he has the best music ever. Really so much good. So when he first started out, I would buy tickets to his shows. And keep in mind, okay, they were like $30, $35, $40 US at the time. But I would just buy tickets to shows to like help him.
Even though you couldn't go.
I couldn't go. I was just supporting him.
Taking seats from other people.
Taking seats from other people. But you know what? That seat he wasn't that big at the time.
Yes.
Now he's getting there.
Yeah, I think he's at the cusp of becoming mainstream a bit.
I love him. He's so great. If you guys want a really good song, Boston or After Rain, it's just really, really good. And then I said Kings of Leon. Oh, okay. I love them. I've always loved them.
Sex is on fire. Is that them?
It's not the melody, but yeah. But you tried. I love that.
I wanted to add a little Joe
Closer,
flair to
Sex
it.
on Fire, You Somebody.
I like that one.
Kings of Leon, and then I said, of course, Ellie Goulding.
Ellie Goulding.
We love her.
Yeah.
I don't have any honorable mentions. Obviously, I listened to Beyonce. I was obsessed with Morgan Wallen for a bit, so I don't know. I flip flop. Yeah. I go back and forth.
And just talking about artists, main pop girls.
Yep.
Just a little hint to a future episode, guys. Just stay tuned.
Oh, yeah. We could talk about music all day long. I actually had Kings of Leon.
No, Britt, I was giving a hint to a future episode.
I was going to say Kid Cudi is another one. Man on the Moon.
Kid Cudi?
I love him.
Okay, listen.
Yep.
Don't Look Up is a movie coming out on Netflix.
Yep.
It's got a lot of big names.
Is he in it?
Leonardo, Meryl Streep, I think is in it.
Yep.
He and Ariana Grande are in it, and they have scenes together.
Yeah,
because the trailer just
he's
came
great.
out. I think it's him.
So yeah. Next we have, this will be an easy one for Joey. I know it will be. Who's your favorite Disney character?
My favorite Disney character, Ariel.
Yeah.
That little fucking mermaid. Her fucking red hair flopping around in the ocean.
She is.
Can I just share a little story?
Are you going to tell the Florida story?
I mean, I can.
Please do.
Okay. So went to Disney World a few years ago. As you know, if you listened to a previous episode.
Can I just give a little front story on this? Yep. Joey's tall.
Yes, 6'3".
6'3". Okay, go on, Joey.
So there's two mini stories here. First one, going to Magic Kingdom early in the morning. The first thing I'm doing is going to Ariel's grotto. Want to meet her my whole life. We go right to the grotto. We find it. We're lined up. And of course, it's just picture it. Little girl, little girl, little girl, little girl, tall fucking Joey. Little girl, little girl, little girl, little girl. All in the lineup waiting to meet Ariel.
I love this story.
I met Ariel. I was like, girl, you are my favorite. I love you so much. We were bipping and bopping back and forth. It was great. Got her autograph. It was perfect. Now, the night that we're leaving Disney World for like the last time of the trip, we saw the fireworks show. It was great. We're all kind of piling out, leaving. I still wanted to go through like a little gift shop and get something because I didn't get anything that was Little Mermaid-esque. So I'm going into this shop and I'm looking around and there's a bunch of pins of all like the Disney princesses and there's a gaggle of little girls all looking at them, trying to figure out which one they want. And there's only one Little Mermaid left. So picture it. Little girls are gabbing to themselves, trying to figure which one they want. Oh, Sleeping Beauty. Oh, I want Belle. Oh, look at this one. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, Joey's big-ass hand just coming right down.
Right in front of all the little girls'
all the
face.
little girls grab the last Ariel and pick her right up
That'll
and off
be mine.
I go.
Yeah, and then off he went.
And I
love that
it.
story.
I
That's
know.
such a good story.
I know. I just had to take what I wanted. So yes, Ariel.
I said Wally.
Oh, yeah.
I have an obsession with Wally. He stands for those of you who don't know. I had to write it down because I didn't even know. He stands for Waste Allocation Load Lifter Earth Class.
Aww.
And Wall-E is a Disney movie, like I said, it was underrated, but a little little robot on wheels, little dumpster on wheels, trying to save planet Earth.
Ariana had him in her graphics on the Sweetener World Tour. And she sung NASA.
Yes, Wally and Eve.
Evie.
And I have Wally blankets. I have Wally toys. I have a remote control Wally.
I just love your Wally.
I love him. I think he's so sweet. And you know what? Wally came out at a time where the concept of climate change was so new and not talked about. So it was kind of, I don't want to say a story before its time, but it just really put it into perspective that like our planet is dying before our eyes and we have to smarten up. And it just stuck with me. This one's another hard one, so I'll go first because we could be here forever with you.
Okay.
So who is your favorite reality TV star? I said Kristen Cavallari. No contest, no question. She was on Laguna Beach, then The Hills. Yep. We love her. She's a badass bitch. She owns Uncommon James, which is a jewelry. I'm like adorned in it right now. I love her. I have nothing bad to say about her. She is everything. That's it. You got it.
Okay. For mine, I have a hard time picking because I watch a lot of reality TV. I love all the Bravo shows. I mean, I could just do a whole
episode
list of Real Housewives and who I love from there. I will give shout outs to them, a few of them. Kyle Richards is a favorite from Beverly Hills, and Melissa Gorga is a favorite from New Jersey, and Teresa, of course.
And you have a favorite from Australia, don't you?
Oh my God, yes. Yeah. Okay, so Melbourne, Gina. She's the one that goes nowhere unless she's dolled up in makeup, her hair's done.
We love that.
She's fucking playing tennis in heels. Like she is just a real housewife. And then also Countess Luann from New York. Okay. But to your point of Kristen Cavallari, I've always was a Lauren Conrad kind of guy.
Yes.
I love Lauren Conrad. I'm happy that she's kind of doing her own thing now and not so much in the spotlight, but I do miss her.
It kind of sucks because you don't get to see.
Yeah. Like I really do miss seeing her, but I'm happy she's happy. But I got to give it up for Lindsay Hubbard,
I was
the
gonna say Lindsay
queen
Lohan.
of Summer House, which I am just
I've
obsessed
never watched.
with. She is just, I know you have, we need to watch it together.
Yeah, you love
She
it.
just fucking owns that house. She is
Queen Bee.
She's the queen bee, and I love her. And every time I comment on her Instagram, she always likes my comments. And I
Oh,
just
we
her.
love that.
And they're now announced they're doing a winter house. Now I'm going to get to see her in like fall and winter
Yeah, you were so
clothes.
excited.
I'm so excited.
Yeah,
I
you
can't
do love
wait.
her.
Can't not wait.
Next one are what are your biggest pet peeves?
One of my biggest pet peeves, I'm tall. I have long legs that go on for days, some say.
You might say.
So I can't stand a slow walker.
So what do you think when you're going with me? I'm
No,
5'4".
no. When I'm stuck behind someone.
Oh, okay.
Trying to get where I'm going. And I'm just
Next time I'm like power walking beside you.
or like when someone just stops in front
I
of you
agree with
for
the slow
no
walker
reason.
thing. That's annoying.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah,
god,
yeah.
it drives me
Up the wall
up the wall. It drives me
with
crazy.
your long legs.
And also, I'm a neat freak.
Yeah.
I do have OCD, actually diagnosed with it.
Yeah.
I cannot stand clutter. I need everything to be in its place.
Yeah.
Perfect, clean, always. So
Yeah.
those would be my pet peeves.
Pet peeves. I said the same thing as you, except for the slow walker, which honestly I agree with you.
I think that's just annoying for everybody.
That is annoying. I said an untidy house, dishes in the sink.
Yep.
Just messy overall and clutter. I also said a cluttered car. So just taking it back to like question whatever it was with the man thing. If you have a cluttered car, you can't do it.
I don't love it.
Like if you're like playing a sport or something and you have your sports stuff in there, I guess that's different. To me, that's not cluttered. But like if you have like garbage and stuff and like food and like old t-shirts and just socks and like random stuff, like a random frisbee or something stuck in your car, I cannot. Number 15, last but not least, to wrap this up about us, what would you be famous for besides having a sex tape, Joe?
Oh.
You would. I feel like you would be Kim Kardashian. Mm-hmm. That's how you would get your claim to fame.
Maybe that. Or I thought I'd probably be the one to fall down a well.
I mean, that's going the other way.
And Lassie would come and save me.
It is.
Honestly, it's got to be something like that.
It would be. It would be. Yeah, you'd be like, I can just picture it. I don't know what you'd be doing. I was going to say chasing a butterfly, but like.
Or chasing a boy.
Chasing a boy, for sure. And then I just feel like you would go down and.
Knock it up.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I said I would be. I don't know what I'd be famous for. I mean, honest to God.
What did you write down, Britt?
I said I would be famous for inventing a household item. like a mop.
Okay.
Like the movie Joy with Jennifer Lawrence, where it's about the woman who created the self-ringing mop.
Was that a good movie?
I didn't actually see it.
Didn't think you did.
But I just feel like I would be famous for something fucking stupid like that. It would be like a household item. There you have it. That's who we are.
That's who we are.
And
that was fun.
It was fun.
Cool.
And I mean, I think when you are listening to any kind of podcast or anything, it's always nice to know who's behind the mic. And with this episode, we'll put out a couple photos and stuff because it kind of puts face to the name or name to the face. And it's all very helpful.
Yeah, I think we just kind of wanted to put a few episodes first, see what the reception was going to be, and then kind of do this kind of...
And it was fun.
That was fun.
All right. And with that, we will see you next week. You're going to go and do our... I have to get better with it.
Okay, listen. First of all... Any questions, comments, feedback, suggestions for topics?
Yeah.
Send us an email, 30kindoflirtypodcast@gmail.com. Give us a follow on Instagram, 30kindoflirtypodcast. There's a link in our bio there. You can find all of our socials. You can find us on all streaming platforms. If you're listening on Spotify, give us a follow. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, give us a 5-star rating and a nice little review if you're so inclined.
You're so good at that.
Just a positive review. It's because I listen to so many podcasts.
I know.
Watch so much YouTube.
I never think of it. I'm always like, bye.
I know, but you got to plug them. And now we can sign off.
Okay, now can I do it?
Yep.
Okay, everyone. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.